Hello friends, this is Kulbir from Nova Scotia in Canada. This audio is dedicated to registering my opposition to the fact that Faith Goldy, the popular mayoral candidate from Toronto, has been banned from different social media including Facebook and maybe another one, and also from platforms or websites like Airbnb and a couple more. This is so ridiculous. How can a person be banned from using any of these platforms just because he or she has some views which may or may not be liked by some other groups? Can such a platform be really in real terms be considered very open-minded, broad-minded, secular, whatever words we want to use? Are they really open to any discussion? Debate is a form of life. Discussions are part of life. How can a person be banned from using Facebook? Yes, one or two posts can be put into the community standards, whatever rules they have. But to completely ban a person from Facebook is so disgusting. I'm so sorry. In this modern world of today, when people are just completely banned from using social media, this needs a lot of opposition. It needs our voice in support of her as an example, but also in the larger domain of free speech, freedom of expression, and all of that together. This is really unbelievable. Now, I'd like to also take this opportunity to convey my views about certain things which are branded as, in today's political world, they call white nationalism, racism, and so on. Guys, every community... Okay, let me begin with two individuals, A and B. Are Mr. A and Mr. B the same? Are they all the same? God never made anything the same. Every single thing in this whole big universe doesn't match one another. It shares certain qualities, it shares lots of attributes, but not 100%. Every single being on this planet Earth, or in the whole of universe, to my understanding, knowledge of spirituality, divinity, wherever I learned this from, and we can all relate to all of this, that everything is unique. No two communities are alike. Now extend it to further entities, communities, races, groups, nations, whatever. Two neighbors are not alike. Two adjoining buildings built in the exactly same way are not alike. The numbers will not be the same. There'll be some difference. The terrain on which they're built will be different. It could be some sand compaction below the house, which could be different. Lots of things are still different. Communities are different. There's a subject called cultural anthropology. Read that, please. It'll tell you how things are conditioned in a certain way. Well, things can change, but this impacts in a big, profound way lives of individuals and of societies. So by terming things like white nationalism as something wrong, I think it's completely I want to say meaningless, but it is meaningful in the sense that it's a very important definition of today. But I feel that this is devoid of any logic. All communities have their rights to express their feelings, their concerns, their ways of life, their culture, their lifestyles, their trends, their predicaments, everything that they are born with or born into. No one can take that right away. It's part of the freedom of speech to be born into some community and being able to express that community's sentiment. If we want to just suppress all of this together and call it white nationalism, I think it's just such a suffocating phrase and suffocating reality behind it that this needs a discussion. Racism, for example, should again be brought into debate about representing races. There's nothing wrong. It's just like saying racism is okay, certain conditions apply. It's like saying my race is my race. I'm proud of it, proud in a nice way about it. proud in a dignified way with a sense of dignity. I feel good about it. However, I am not going to infringe on other people's rights, other communities' freedom of space, and so on. If a person cares for his race members, Statistics Canada asks for our race. In the census, there is a column in which you say you're an African, you're white, you're Asian, or you're native, and so on. We can see this on Statistics Canada's website. Then, by that standard, they should be racist, asking us for a race. So races are something which have been evolved over time, and they're an accepted field of science of humanities. So completely just twist the meaning of this word race and make it into a racist with its present meaning, the popular, or call it the mainstream definition or meaning of race, racism, racist. It doesn't actually do justice. Racist could be somebody who cares for his race members, and maybe that so-called racist, and not so-called, I'm going to call him a racist because I think the racist word is actually good. But even if we want to make it somewhat good, we could say that person who cares for his race, his or her race, and also is maybe even good to other races, is a great racist. He should be awarded the level 1 racist if we want to change the whole stream of narrative behind this whole word. The premise could be something different. Well, it's just a way of thinking. Let the meaning of racism as it is used in today's world be there, but also at the same time, let's also plant this as a seed in our minds at least, and think that racism could be something, potentially speaking, you caring for your race, and maybe you're also caring for other races, the human race. All the people who might be who actually are, I can say that with great amount of conviction, that if they care for their own members of their own community, even a neighborhood, they care for everyone. Think local, act local, think global. That kind of tagline could fit in here as well, in its specific meaning. If you care for your own race, you also care for others. Who knows? And I think it goes like that. So white nationalism is something which is an assortment or an amalgam or a bouquet of collective feelings, collective concerns, collective dignity, collective traditions, culture, history, aims, resolves, concerns, issues, problems, predicaments, impasse. All of that together could still be placed under the word white nationalism because they're caring for our own community. I'm actually a Sikh. So we all the time, we keep on saying, Sikh concerns, Sikh predicaments, Sikh issues, or Sikh pride, Sikh, whatever, S-I-K-H, the religion Sikh. So if that is possible, that is acceptable. Every single community does that. But I find that white nationalism is just looked down upon. It's just taken its wrong meaning. Wrong meaning in the sense that they've made it this way that it looks wrong. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Yes, I'd just like to add in here that any crime that is done, any hate crime that is done, that is just the domain of the police. They always handle it very well. But to talk of white nationalism thinking, there's nothing wrong with it. It's something just like saying we care for our community. Certain conditions apply, as I said in the beginning. So you could be caring for other people as well. You could be caring for the human race. So when Faith Goldy was banned yesterday, it just put down a lot of people. The mainstream communities have felt very bad that Faith Goldy, who's a very popular figure in Toronto, in the political circles, in the social circles, in the politics of today, she just stands up for her community. And just because she's white, she gets termed as white nationalist, /racist, / all those fancy words, alt-right and whatnot. And now she's banned from, I guess, Facebook and another popular, maybe Instagram, I'm not sorry, whatever, you guys might know more detail on that. Airbnb for sure, and all of that. This is just ridiculous. This is not acceptable. If I carry these opinions and I'm able to make this podcast, now I think it's just a matter of discussion and debate. Do I become a certain political thinking person and I should be banned from all these platforms? Not at all. If that's being done, I think these companies need to revisit their community standards. So long a person is not shooting somebody, so long a person is not killing people, your thinking does not reflect what it is shown to be, what it is made to be. So I just encourage that these debates should happen and people just come out of their shyness and this hollowness of all these narratives that have taken place over time in the world of politics should be revisited, rediscussed, redefined, and hopefully a collective opinion can evolve with all concerned, the human race. We all could coexist. But if you're going to care for the whole thing, for the whole planet, you got to care for yourself. Charity begins at home. So we have all rights to be ourselves. I hope this creates a nice platform for discussion and these things come up with no suppression from any mainstreams or any kind of media or any kind of platforms and so on. Having said that, I wish good time to everybody. So today's audio was, and this uploading on the podcasting website, podbean.com. My website is Kulbir, Kulbir 90.podbean.com. I hope you see the other other audios and podcasts that I've made. They're on Canadian economy overall. So I hope you have resonated with what I said, and forgiveness for anything that wrong that I might have said, and great wishes for the week ahead. Yeah. Thank you very much, guys, friends. Bye.